everyone. Proud to bring you Wednesday night coverage of the NBA on 2K Sports. This is Kevin Harlan. Joining me in the booth as always, Clark Kellogg and the sharpshooter Steve Kerr. And now, presented by State Farm, we take a look at the matchups for our tip-off coming up moments from now. First, for the Clippers, Chris Paul is out there with Crawford. And inside at center, a long 6'11", the sky-scraping big man out of Texas A&M, DeAndre Jordan. And it's Caron Butler. And it's Griffin in at the power forward position. And for San Antonio, Tony Parker at the 1 and Danny Green at the 2. And in the middle, one of the best ever to man the low block, the big fundamental, number 21, Tim Duncan. Then there's Kawhi Leonard, and it's Diaw in at the 4 spot.
The Clippers had a number of guards at the beginning of the season, and a lot of those guys were point guards, and eventually they found the best rotation for those guards.
Tip-off goes to the Clippers. All against Parker. Now here's Paul, guarded closely. Here's Crawford. It's blocked by Duncan. Out of bounds, Clippers ball as the Clippers keep possession.
7 seconds on the shot clock.
6 on the shot clock. Griffin goes in. Oh, went in there and tried to power it down, but through contact, he'll head to the line. They get Boris Diaw.
Nice job there, attacking the rim and drawing the contact.
Yeah, I like that play there. The defense had no choice but to foul in order to save the dunk.
Both free throws good from Griffin. Back to the Clippers, sometimes they had to go a little bit small, running 2 guards, in fact 2 point guards, but Steve worked out overall for them.
And I think the reason it works, Kevin, is that those guards, despite their lack of height, were very smart and very strong. I mean, you look at Chris Paul, Eric Bledsoe as well. Those guys are able to guard players taller than them.
Wow, what a throwdown!
Look at that athletic play. Incredible.
Wow.
Now that is just simply pure power, fellas. A nasty throwdown right there.
I'm telling you, Steve, this building is in awe.
Is he blessed with amazing athleticism or what? That's just incredible.
That was a nice replay, brought to you by Sprite.
Well, that was like a warm-up shot there, a warm-up jumper. No problem converting that one.
DeAndre Jordan signed that big offer sheet with Golden State last year. The Clippers matched it, and knowing that Jordan had a bright future ahead of him, and I think they're counting on him making big improvement over the next several years.
And you know, for DeAndre Jordan, guys, with his size and athleticism, remember now, he can almost dunk without jumping. It's certainly easy to see why teams would want him. I mean, he'd be coveted because of his ability and potential. He's got a lot of room to grow, but the physical tools are already on full display.
And the Spurs making a change here. Splitters checked in. Back to Green. Over Crawford. Out to Parker. Over Jordan. And Jordan with the block. But they recover it. Shot clock at 2. They shoot again. There's the bucket. Good. Parker's got his first bucket of the night.
You know, sometimes teams don't age gracefully. And when your stars start to age, all of a sudden the team goes south. But the Spurs have managed to maintain a very high level of play, even with Ginobili and Duncan getting older. And I'll tell you what, they might want to pay a little more attention to him defensively than they did on that last trip.
And that's out of bounds. San Antonio will retain possession. And let's get this update now from Doris Burke, who's across the way on the sideline.
Kevin, earlier I had a chance to speak with Greg Popovich. I asked him how he was going to slow down Blake Griffin in this one, and he told me, any way we can. He went on to add that he didn't really have any one answer for Blake because he is such a dynamic player, adding, you see the dunks in the highlight reels, but he can hurt you in a lot of other ways as well. Really, we just have to throw everything we can his way. Guys?
Thanks a lot, Doris. Duncan against Jordan. Here's Parker. Splitter kicks to Parker. Can't hit. Clippers leading by 8. Throws it up high, and it's Butler with the jam.
They've been dominant in the paint. That's how they've built this early lead.
Well, they're piling it on in there. I mean, that's where all their points are coming from, in the paint area.
The Spurs have gotten older, as you've said, Steve, but, they've made the most of it. And I think, Clark, that adds to just how smart they are. Their high basketball IQ.
Without question, Kevin. And the big thing you see with them getting older is that the top guys get rested more. They're not playing as many minutes. And that you saw quite a bit of that towards the end of last year.
And San Antonio calls the first timeout of the game. So San Antonio going with an almost entirely new group here. Matt Bonner, he's checked in for Duncan. Diaw comes in for Splitter. Steven Jackson checked in for Kawhi Leonard. And it's Ginobili in for Daniel Green. And then for the Clippers, Lamar Odom. He's checked in for DeAndre Jordan. Barnes comes in for Caron Butler. Eric Bledsoe is subbed in for Chris Paul. Bledsoe dishes to Odom. Hammers the alley-oop through.
Now that's how you execute an alley-oop there, fellas.
And with an exclamation point, too, on the finish, throwing it down hard.
What a terrific play on both ends.
Spurs trail by 9. Parker passes to Ginobili. That's good. Ginobili's got 5.
He's so dangerous. Anytime he gets the ball in his hands and gets some momentum going towards the basket.
And there's Lamar Odom on the assist by Barnes.
Boy, fast start here. Their offense has been very impressive.
Yeah, they're making their own luck, Clark, really playing with a purpose offensively.
For 3, Bonner. That drops, and it comes off an assist from Parker. Bonner's got his first bucket of the game, and he's on the board for 3. Crawford against Ginobili. Crawford kicks to Bledsoe. Feeds to Barnes. And the pass to Bledsoe. Over Parker. And he beat the buzzer, but it's no good. The offense.